Hello, my name is Robert, and I have been a public school math teacher for many years. This is a free Algebra 1 math class for those who wish to review or refresh their algebra skills. Now, at first, we were looking at our different sets of numbers, like the natural numbers, which are just positive whole numbers, then integers, which are positive whole numbers, negative whole numbers, and zero, and then we had the rational numbers, which are any number that can be can converted into a fraction. Then we had our set of real numbers, which are numbers that cannot be represented as a fraction. For example, pi or the letter e. Then we looked at evaluating expressions. That's what we looked at the last time. So now we're going to be looking at converting fractions to decimals and fractions to percentages, decimals to percentages, all that good stuff. So converting percentages to decimals is pretty easy. We just move the decimal two places to the left. You can see in the example, 0.75 is the answer when we're converting 75% to a decimal. We just simply move the decimal point again two places to the left. If I have 80%, then the decimal point is after the zero for 80, and I move it two places to the left, and I get 0.80. Now, if I want to convert decimals to fractions, then all that I have to do is look at the value of the digit that is the last number. So, what is the last digit? For example, if I have 0.75, the last digit is in the hundreds place. So that means that I'm going to write that number as a fraction with 100 in the denominator. Then I'll reduce it. So I have 0.75 becomes 75 over 100 because the 5 is in the hundreds place. And then to simplify it, I can divide both the numerator and the denominator by 25, and it simplifies to 3/4. Another example would be 0.375. Now the 5 here is in the thousandths place. So I put 375 over 1000. Now here I can divide both the numerator and the denominator by 125. When I do that, it simplifies to 3/8. So converting from decimal to fractions pretty simple. Converting from percentage to decimals simple as well. If I'm converting from a decimal to a percentage, then I do the exact opposite of what I did when I was converting a percentage to a decimal. In that case, I move the decimal place two places to the right. And a way to remember that is when I make my percentage sign, then usually I'll have a zero, then I'll have a diagonal line, and then another zero. So there are two zeros, so that can tell me that I'm moving my decimal place two places to the right. So that's how I would convert from a decimal to a percentage. Now, what about converting a fraction to a decimal? So here, all that I have to do is divide. Now, we remember that our numerator is our top number and our denominator is our bottom number. So a way to think about that is to think, well, the top dog goes inside the house. So if I have 4/5 and I want to convert that to a decimal, then the 4, it's the top dog, it goes inside the house. And the 5, the bottom dog, is outside. So 5 goes outside the radical sign, and then I go, well, does 5 fit into 40? Or does 5 fit into 4 first? It doesn't. So then does 5 fit into 40? It does 8 times. And I know that I'm starting one place to the right, so I have to start at the decimal point, and it's 0.8. Also, I have 3/4 as another example. 3 goes inside the house, inside the radical sign, and 4 goes outside. 4 goes into 30 7 times. Again, I'm starting with my decimal place right after the 3. I know that it doesn't 4 doesn't fit into 3, so I have to move from the ones place over to the tenths place. So I now have 28. 30 minus 28 is 2. I need to bring down another 0. So now I have 24 goes into 25 times. So 3/4 becomes 0.75. So this should help you to remember how to convert from fractions to decimals, decimals to fractions, how to convert from percentages to decimals, and decimals to percentages. I hope that this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you next time.